Monday, I was perfectly fine. Tuesday, I couldn't get off the couch. And I decided Tuesday canceled Monday. And that's the math almost every one of us does. And it's wrong in a way that costs people years of their lives. Your good day and your bad day aren't opponents, they're the same on the same loom. Welcome back. This is Dr. Lisa, science backed, soul supported, the Zen community. We're on day 3 of Same Place, Higher Ground, and today we're talking about why healing feels like going in circles when it really isn't. Yesterday, going backward was a stage, not a verdict. But today I want to go one level deeper into the mechanism, because once you see the mechanism, the bad afternoon stops meaning what you have been letting it mean. Margaret Stroebe and Henk Schut at Utrecht University spent years studying how people cope with serious loss, and their model is called the dual process model. They identified 2 directions a person can face. One is towards the loss, feeling it, thinking about it, going through the photographs, letting it hurt. The other is toward restoration, the ordinary business of a life that still has to be run. The new job, the tax return, the dog that needs walked, whether or not you can breathe today. And the obvious question is which one is the healthier one? And that's what everyone wants to know, and it's the wrong question, and that's the finding. Neither is a healthy one. What Stroebe and Schut observed is that people who cope well move back and forth between them. It's called oscillation, and they put it at the center of their model rather than at the edge. The people who struggle most in their account are the ones who get stuck on one side. Stay only in the loss and you drown. Stay only in the restoration, busy, capable, productive, never once sitting down with it, and it waits for you. And it comes back through the floor at some inconvenient moment months later. The health is the movement itself. So take that back to your week. Monday you were fine, and Tuesday you couldn't get off the couch, and you decided Tuesday canceled Monday. It did not. In this model, Monday and Tuesday are the same process. That's the system, that's the oscillation, which is what a functioning person does. I want to read you something now, because I wrote it before I ever heard of Dr. Utrecht or the dual process model, and it's 11 lines long. It's called What Now? And it's in Grounded in Chaos. First the joy, then the depression, then the joy again. I am again joyful. I understand joy for the first time ever. I pendulate like Foucault's pendulum in the University of Pittsburgh Science Center. That's the whole thing. That's a woman in the middle of the worst year of her life, reaching for the most accurate image she had, and finding a pendulum in a science museum she grew up going to. Not a metaphor about how she wished it worked, a description about how it was actually working. And here's what a pendulum does that a circle does not. A pendulum has a center. Every swing passes through it. The swing is not lostness. It's a system of finding its way back to the middle over and over, with a little less amplitude each time. And that's why you're not going in circles. A circle has no center and no progress, but a pendulum has both. There is a second image, and I like it even better. I was lying on a Reiki table, and the message I got was, weave a new fabric of your life. And my mind went straight to warp and weft, under and over, high points, low points, high points, low points, like my mood. Pendulation, mountains, sea level. Mountains, sea level. Well, I ended up at sea level. The poem's called Weaving, and the part that matters is what fabric actually is. Cloth is not held together by the good threads. It's held together by the crossing The over is nothing without the under. If you pulled out every low point in your last 2 years and kept only the good days, you wouldn't have a stronger fabric. You would have a pile of loose threads. The low point is not the flaw in the weave, it's the other half of the weave. So the reframe for today is not cheerful, and it's not resignation, it's structural. A straight line is not a life. On a monitor, a straight line is a flat line, and we all know what that means. But the oscillation is the sign that something is still running. So today's practice, it'll take 2 minutes. Draw the last 7 days as a line, up on the days you were steadier, down on the days that you weren't. Don't judge the shape. Just look at it and find the center line, the middle of your week that keeps passing back through. That midpoint is your actual baseline right now. Not your best day, and certainly not your worst one. That's the number you're really working with. So that's day 3. Here's my question for you, and I really want a true answer in the comments. What does your swing look like right now? How long is the gap between a good day and a hard one? Tell me. I read every single comment, and I think you'll be surprised how common your number is. If this gave you one easier breath, help me pass it on. Like, subscribe, tap the bell, save it to a playlist. Every share brings one more person into the Nez Zen community, and that's how we build this, one steadier day at a time. Tomorrow, what happens when someone finally stops grading their own recovery? This is science-backed, soul-supported. I'm Dr. Lisa for the Nez Zen community.